Hi. Don't be intimidated by my outfit. It's Forever 21. Thank you. My friend's like, you know, Natasha, you shouldn't shop there. All their clothes are made by third world children in sweatshops. Like it's my fault those baby factory workers are such excellent sewers. It's hard to joke around right now, I know. There's all these environmental disasters going on. It's so sad, isn't it? Can you believe we're running out of diamonds? How do you even make a diamond? I have no idea. The only way I know how to make diamonds is to an old man. It's way messier than having to scrub that oil off those chickens. All right. Do you guys have babies? Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone's like, yes. It's costing me $90 to be here right now. I mean, I could see getting pregnant, but following through with it? My friends who have babies can't do anything. You can't go out at night. Having a baby is like a DUI from the universe.
So my last name is Cummings. People always make fun of me about that. But whatever, it's just a stage name, you know? My real last name is Donkey Punch. So, that's actually true. I didn't always want to be a comedian. I think most people growing up want to be something like an astronaut or like a ballerina or something, you know? I initially actually wanted to be a pina colada so my mom would pay attention to me. Yeah, she's a big drinker. She got me started early. I remember my first hangover, too much breast milk. Yeah, it was last week. So, I actually think that's why I became a comedian, because our house had a 2-drink minimum. That's sort of... I quit drinking, though, because every time I drink, I end up doing something stupid. You know, like last time I got really drunk, I ended up getting a tattoo. And I still can't find it. That's not my fault. I was drinking at this bar, and like I ran into my ex-boyfriend there, which was so stupid. Like I should have known he was gonna be there, you know, because I followed him there. And he invited me to his wedding, and like I don't want to go to my ex-boyfriend's wedding. That's ridiculous, you know. Everyone's gonna think I'm trying too hard. So I just got like a really conservative dress, you know. It's just like long. It's like all white. You know, a little veil. No, and I have to buy them a gift. I don't understand why we have to buy people stuff when they get married, when they have a baby, and when they buy a house. It's like, why do I have to buy a present every time you make a mistake?
The only time I want to see babies is on my new favorite television show called I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant. Have you seen this? Oh my God, it's so good. Does anyone know what channel this is on? The Learning Channel. I didn't know I was pregnant. And if you haven't seen it, basically what happens is, I don't want to spoil it, but these women are walking around town. I don't know, maybe they're going camping. All of a sudden, a baby comes out, usually in a toilet. And they have no idea they're pregnant. And so TLC is trying to make this show educational. So they're like, pregnancy tip number 2, this can happen to you. No, it can't. No one smart's having a toilet baby. It's not like, darling, you'll never guess what's come out of my... It's always like, a baby come out, what do I do? You never hear stories on that show like, well, I was making my way down to the stables because Velvet Crusader had been nickering about. And I looked down, and you'll never guess what came forth from my loins. Baby Arthur! Every story on that show. I just fished on the Batman ride at Six Flags. Going to get me another cotton candy stick. I looked down. There is a baby on the street. I walked 2 blocks. That damn thing's following me. Get the phone book and look up 911.
All my guy friends hate marriage. They're like, marriage is like a prison, is what they say. Which I don't think is true. Marriage is not like a prison, you know? Because in prison, you get to have anal sex. My experience. No. I understand how sodomy is illegal. That's a little ridiculous, you know? Because what's the punishment for sodomy? Going to prison? More like a reward? All my guy friends are so funny. They've taught me a lot. Like, for example, I've learned that guys can never just throw things in the garbage normally. Like, they always have to shoot their garbage, like it's the fourth quarter of an NBA basketball game. Which I don't understand, because most of you guys shoot like you're in the WNBA. Not because you don't get it in. Mostly because nobody's even watching. Another thing I don't get is fantasy football. I just think like all my guy friends play it, and like I just think it's such a waste of time, you know? Like, hey, why don't you go get a fantasy job? Get on a fantasy treadmill. Like, do you really think professional athletes are sitting in their locker room playing fantasy loser? Probably not. And there's also like such a double, I know, right? I think it's working too. Like I just think there's such a double standard, you know? It's like men say that women live in a fantasy land with like the white knight and the Prince Charming or whatever, but like there's nothing more ridiculous than pretending to be an imaginary coach of an imaginary team. You know? I pretend to be dating an imaginary man, and I'm a stalker.
Like, what did you think? 9 months ago she ate a bad McRib? Oh, don't order that number 3 combo. That'll make your period stop. That woman's so dumb that when she went into the bathroom and launched the child into the toilet, the first thing she probably thought was, I don't remember eating no baby. And the kid who probably already has a higher reading level than her is like, did I seriously just pop out of this idiot and into a toilet? So sad. I was just in Vegas. Anyone? Okay. It's very hard to go to Vegas now because I love to go dancing, and you can't dance anymore because they don't play music. What they play is the most popular 10 seconds of every song that you never want to hear again, and they just string them together. So you're trying to dance, it's like, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. If you like it, then you should have put a ring, my bell. Ring my humps, my humps, my humps, my humps, my humps, my humps. If a DJ's made it to the bridge of a song, you know he's OD'd. My humps, my humps. I don't know how you dance to that, but what is wrong with Fergie? Every video, she's just rubbing her butt on a car. I'm so hot, I'm gonna this car. How many SUVs has she given an STD to?
I did actually have a stalker recently, guys. It was really serious. He was calling me like 8 times a day for like 6 months. Said that he worked for Visa. Yeah, right. My Visa card stopped working like 2 years ago. So I had to speak to him in his language. I was like, sir, I have 0% interest in you. Ridiculous. Stalking's so easy now with MySpace, you know? Which I love MySpace. I actually just, though, I found my cousin on MySpace, and I discovered that she is a total slut. Seriously, I added her as a friend, and my computer got a virus. And she lies about her age on there to get guys, you know? Yeah, she's 18 years old, but she lies and says she's 13. It's tacky. I get on the internet when I want to procrastinate, usually, you know? Like today, for example, I got writer's block halfway through my resume. I just couldn't decide what college to go to, you know? I don't know, University of Phoenix online. I don't want to move to Arizona. Man. Ridiculous. What else? I am applying for jobs right now. Actually, seriously, I just applied for a job at a church for the missionary position. I get it. Hope I get it. I really want it. That sounds slutty. I did something kind of promiscuous. Recently, I had sex on the third date of my speed dating. That's tacky.
Songs are so bad. This one on, have you heard this one? It's like, I'm Fred Flintstone, I'm gonna make your bed rock. You know that song? She doesn't. It's okay, Mom. All right, plug your ears for this one. And so then all of a sudden, this is the number one song, and then all of a sudden this little girl comes on, she's like, I'm gonna put my on your sideburns. Okay, if you think that's where your goes, you're too young to be having sex. So bad. You girls are cute. Thanks for coming out. Have you ever noticed that your ugliest friend is the most afraid of getting raped? It's like, relax. Think you're gonna be all right. There's at least 3 of us in line before you. I was in Boston, and I was performing at a college, and I said that, and afterwards, this girl comes up to me with this thick Boston accent, and she's like, "Hey, you seriously never been raped before?" I was like, "No, why?" She's like, "You never woke up at a party and some guy was inside you." I never woke up at a party. And that's how toilet babies are made. I should pitch a show to TLC called I Didn't Know I Was Having Sex. Oh wait, that's called Jersey Shore. Thank you so much. I'm Natasha.
I also went on 2 dates in one night, which is an accident. I didn't mean to double book them, you know? I was initially going out with one guy Friday and the other on Saturday, but then I had to reschedule them to the same night because I realized that I only had one morning after pill left. No, whatever, it's a joke. It's a joke. I actually had 2 left, but I had to save one because the next day I had an audition. I'm actually sick of dating guys who are commitment phobic. I'm sick of it. So I decided from now on, I'm only dating married guys. I did date a married guy recently, but I didn't feel so bad about it, you know, because he was Mormon. Right? After we slept together, he was like, "I feel so guilty, I just cheated on 3 wives." It's like, what about me? Okay, I have to live with the guilt of just having given 4 people crabs. Like, hello. No, I actually have a boyfriend. I do. He's out of town a lot though, you know, so I just miss him a lot, you know. Sex just isn't the same without him. It's much better. Awesome. Oh, sorry. No, he's adorable. We have an open relationship though. We do. I open his emails. I open his cell phone. We have little nicknames for each other too, actually. I call him Cupcake, and he calls me occasionally for bail. All right, I'm Whitney Cummings. You guys have been awesome. Thanks a lot. Thank you.